Hi, I'm Tony. This is Tapatya, and we are building a cruising sailboat, a liveaboard cruising sailboat, schooner rigged. And as you may well know, there's been one or two issues recently. One of which is that which is now, as you can see, is slowly but surely getting better. I can wiggle my fingers at you, which is a very nice situation. I was at the doctor this morning and they've reduced the strapping to that, which is a lot better, and makes me able to do things with two hands minus one finger. Very good. Now this week Elizabeth and Kerry have both helped me a fair bit this week, which was necessary, but we've got on quite well, all things considered, and this week you'll see a fair bit of boat building with the left hand, and going to start off varnishing the tiller. I've got 10 coats of varnish on there now. It's looking pretty good, ready to fit, but I need to get the rudder painted before I actually finally fit it, but that's good to go. We'll start there. And there it is, the tiller, 10 coats of varnish on there. Looking very nice. Should put that in the boat, I think, down below until I fit it finally. You ready? Get in there. Put that up there like that. Marvellous, thank you. How brilliant setup. No. Beautiful, eh? Real quality. So, Kerry, what is happening here? Let's scan down and have a look.
So, basically, bought a new rear axle for my car since I ruined the other one.
Oh.
So now I'm just trying to take it all apart since it's a bit rusty and stuff, and then I'm going to clean it up and pop it all back together.
Well, one of the main thrusts this week has been to make these two yards, so that the yards are the top spars from which the sails hang. So the longer one of the two, this one here, the longer one is the mainsail yard, and this one's the foresail yard. And they're nearly finished. We're just in the process of glassing the foresail yard. The mainsail yard is done, basically, and needs painting now. They both have a couple of fittings on them. They have a rubbing piece of plastic on there, to prevent chafe when they're rubbing against the mast, and they have a track on the bottom that the sail has a bolt rope on it, and slides into that track, and then obviously a fitting from which they hang from the halyard. The fitting's still to be made, but I'm in planning there, coming on, and I say the yards are nearly finished, these two, and you'll see us later making those. But before that, behind me here is the trusty new table saw. The old one that bit me is now gone. It had a few issues. I think its biggest problem was probably a condenser capacitor issue, but I had a few other issues and I decided to go for a new one. They're not massively expensive. And this one is different in that it's blue instead of being red, so it's a Sailboat, which is a German brand. I strongly suspect it's not made in Germany, but it's a German brand. And it's the same brand as the planer that you'll see here behind me. And the planer I got at a very good price from one of our patrons, who probably would prefer not to be named, but I hope he knows how thankful we are for that. It's also a Sailboat, and they're sort of DIY standard tools. They're not great, but they do the job fine, the sort of thing we need, and they've been very useful in dimensioning the wood for these yards. The saw for cutting it to shape, it tapers fore and aft, or both ends tapers full width in the middle, and for dimensioning the width and height of them before that, the planer. So it's come out very well. Right, 3 metre 80, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, really well. Now for these yards, the designer stipulates clear spruce, and actually the designer has simply copied the design in Practical Junk Rig, which everybody says is a wonderful yard design, so no reason why not. Anyhow, what I wanted to say was the best clear spruce I could find that was readily available here came in 2.5 metre lengths, and these are well, the longer ones 3.80 metre, the shortest 3.50. So whilst not ideal perhaps, I've decided to go for that and scarf them together. So I've cut the 10-to-1 scarf joints in there, and I decided to put these hardwood dowels through the scarf, the glass top and bottom, so the scarf's well supported and I'm sure it's strong enough. But for these hardwood dowels, I just took a bit of scrap that I had from my collection and turned it up on the lathe. and you know, it was a square section bit of hardwood, but I just chucked it into a 3-jaw chuck. Worked fine, supported it with a dead centre in the tailstock, and turned it down for 20mm dowels to put through the scarf joints. Good, I think. Moved. I don't suppose that drill bit fits in there, does it? Little blow. Can you see the holes?
Yeah.
Okay. And that probably around the bottom would be good because it will smear up as you hammer it in, wouldn't it? Should be good, mate. Should be good.
Sticky up.
Well, it needs to come through. That's the thing, isn't it? It's another half a millimetre, basically.
Probably too much now.
One more, I reckon not.
Oh no, it's too much.
No, it's well, fine. I've been playing it off.
There you go.
Excellent, thank you.
Awesomeness.
That's better. good, nice and wet. So we're just thickening that up with some microfibers, haven't we? Might take a little bit more actually. Now you stirred it in, it looks a bit thin. We'll put a little bit more in, I think. And that's better now, isn't it? So we just spread it on that scarf half. Scarf half, that's good. Perfect. Spread it out over that. It can be relatively thinly spread because wetted out both surfaces pretty thoroughly already. That's good, a bit like that. That's about right. I'm going to ooze out whenever the shop and put them together. Exactly flush with the edge of the bench. Oh, there somewhere. Go. Oh, just not too tight because it sits slightly. One more and then we'll just position it. Just stop a moment. Let's have a look. We'll just get the glue in there. You'll see there's a pencil mark. Marking where it goes. Yeah. It would have been easy if that had just slid down on those screws. And we're going to put some epoxy in there. Right. We should feel the holes within the two screws. I'm just trying to see where the hole is. Well, it's finally warm enough to get the end plate on the lower end plate on the rudder. We've got that on. Elizabeth's put a very tidy epoxy fillet around there, around the joint both sides. Looks great. Come on well.
I've only ever used it for carving.
Yeah, it was quite good at carving. I think the top's not too bad, it's more the end, isn't it? Right, now we're going to wait for a little bit, 10 minutes or so. Who's that? Perfect. I'll leave you with that, okay? Okay. So people who watch me regularly will know that I don't often use one of these things, and you've studied boat building, you've had classes in epoxy, and so what is that and what does it do?
It's a consolidator.
Uh-huh.
It consolidates.
Wow, what does that mean?
You use this to make sure that the resin is evenly distributed, that there's no air gaps or bubbles between the fibres as well. Obviously, when you look at a weft, there's loads and loads of tiny little fibres in each strand, or strands of fibres in
Yeah.
So you're making sure that the resin gets to each and every one of them, that it's evenly spread, that you don't have too much resin on it, and it massages the resin.
It works the resin into the fibres, basically.
Exactly. It's more useful when you have multiple layers of cloth.
Yeah.
But it does help a little bit with a singular layer.
Yeah. Cool. Let's watch. So you're pressing it fairly hard, huh?
Yeah. And for example, here now, you've got...
I see a little bit of stretch there, yeah.
Yeah.
With your off camera, I suspect. Because if you work about the other way, it's a bit short, I think.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
And there we go. That's it for this week. Thanks for watching. Massive thank you to the lovely people that support us via Patreon or PayPal me. Give us your thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and we'll be pushing on, getting close to launch. I'm talking to transport companies, marinas. We're getting there. See you next time. Bye.